Everyone, please give a moment to make sure everything's set on up. I'll get my streams open. You know as well, I did turn on my heater, so you may hear some background noise. I was getting a little bit cold. I held off not turning the heat probably long enough. Kick is going. Twitter is going. Thumbnail. I think my mouse is really starting to fall apart now. If I try to use a scroll wheel, it sometimes just goes. When I'm trying to scroll down the scroll wheel, sometimes just goes up. I think I need to get a new mouse. I need to get a new one for a bit of time. Holding off a little bit for too long. Mostly out of laziness. Looks like all the live streams are good. I got plenty hard drive space. Oh, let me just go there. So now OBS, get the right file name. Let me double check my other computer. 1 moment. Looks like everything's good to go. So let's go and get started. I did see there's a new preview patch, and so there's soon to be a patch. Looks like the biggest changes appear to be to the United States and to Hasua. Only sort of skimmed through all that, but let's go ahead and get started with the first replay. Oops, I hit my microphone, of course, like usual. Greetings everyone, and great here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the blue Ethiopians with Sir Young Marshall. Spawn on top left side as the Cyan British, we have Kinda Cat. Let's see now, let's take a look and see what natives on the map. We do have the Cree settlement, give you access to the Cree tracker, which I think is a skirmisher, and the Cree's Corps de Boulos, so you get some French villagers there. Over here, of course, got the Cheyenne settlement, give you some Cheyenne horsemen, which are good against other horsemen. British player has not selected the deck, the Ethiopian player has not selected the deck either. Of course, let's get to the very important explorer name. Yohannes sounds like a randomly generated name, and over here we got Warwick. That is definitely not a randomly generated name. That is definitely a reference to the campaign. I believe that is the Warwick skin. The Cyan's trying to claim this treasure over here. Give him 3 stray sheeple. That's actually not half bad, and it's also a pretty good homestead card in Age 1 to give you a whole bunch of sheep and a potential way to deploy out a livestock pensive. Goes for this, and to get those 3 sheep back home, that would allow him to get a good number of livestock going. He has selected that deck, Infinite Wood in this age. Interesting. Sheep are not being sent home. Blue may intercept them. We do have Established Ironmonger. Villagers collect coin faster, plus 20% gathering rate. During which time, Blue stole the sheeple, which is pretty good for the livestock market. So if he's able to escort them, oh, he decides to pop them or kill them. Oh, there you go. During which time, we do also have coin, longbowmen, musketeers, team grenadier guards, Infinite Frontier, Advanced Arsenal, Glorious Revolution, and Silversmith. The only reason why I think he's gone for Infinite Wood here, he may be eyeing to get it in this age, I'm guessing? Because go with the next age, you can get a nice either 600 or 700 bit of wood there. You're not going to get this twice, so I'm not sure why he went for that. I'm just a little bit curious. Wood coin, Rangers, Musketeers, Hussars, Falconets, Royal Mint. So 2 gold collecting technology. Interesting. We've got Irish, Scottish Highlanders, mercenaries, British Harquebusers, number of mercenaries, and Hanover allies, which give you access to drummers. Okay. And we've got infinite mortars, factory, and Iron Indian Jat Lancers. Sounds like a Lancer variant. Oh, also there was 1 villager, like the Indians style. It actually says plus it delivers 8 shot lancers. It doesn't say it delivers 1 villager and down below, so that may be only that description may be incorrect. Either way, for the Ethiopians, he is going for the Portuguese allies. We do have the Trinity, 2 villagers, 1 Avon. Ormo Migrations, ships 1 villager, and 1 additional villager for each one of you lost up so far this game. So that's a good way to replace lost villagers in case you get harassed. So in other words, redo villagers, more villagers, wood, coin, token, influence, 2 prize bulls, haciendas, Shotel warriors, higher band of cannoneer mercenaries, which I think are all of us gun variant, fallacies, castles, 10 Sudanese allies, dervishes, wood, influence, infant semi-fattened cattle, 1 livestock market builder, haciendas, Shotel warrior, Nefai, Sebastopol mortar, Jesuits, conquistadors, Sudanese allies, dervishes, Somali allies, and villagers infinite, Sebastopol mortars, and Berbers. We do, of course, kind of outpost here. Looks like science villagers are everywhere. We've got Cameron and Pete.
Hello.
And now we do have a arsenal now pulled out for the Ethiopian player. We do have now the Mountain Monastery Iron for the coin deposit. He has selected it right there. This one's still being built as well. He's bringing shipment of gold or coin, a shipment of coin over here as well. I'm still really thrown off by the infinite wood shipment. Like, I can understand having at least 1 infinite shipment in the entire deck. But this is not the one I would choose. That's something has gone really wrong or really right if you're using this one, because I would definitely use the 2 outposts before I even do this once, because that's 500 wood, and you can get up to 7.
Yes.
So just say 3 shipments of that. So something has gone really wrong or really right if he's going to have to rely on this. Brit is eyeing to get to next age. Got a church here. Got a fort wagon here, and he has a good amount of influence on the ground. He doesn't really need to rapidly seize all the influence yet. You can let that sit around for a little bit of time. Maybe just let 1 villager collect it up. He can now advance next age. He's now going for the Somalis. His opponent is going for the Mohawk Statesman, which I believe should give him a handful of Haudenosaunee Tomahawks is the name of the unit. And we do also have a Cherokee rifleman here, along with his dog and bear. So he's been fighting a large number of units to help him clear out these treasures. Blue has 1 trade post. Sign currently has 2 trade posts on the field. Looks like they may have paused there. The British does have plenty of food at the moment. He's not collecting up any coin. What is he planning? Because longbowmen, like, there's very, very few units in the entire game that only cost food. Villagers and archers, Spanish or Mexican irregulars, And that's the only units I can think on top of my head that only cost food.
Oh.
We have now the Haudenosaunee Tomahawks now advanced on forward. These are classified as native warrior, but I don't think they actually technically are buildable at any point in time. On advance on forward, they don't seem as strong as other Tomahawks. It does have this Castle which is a little bit stronger than a... what's it called? A little bit stronger than a outpost, but not by a significant amount.
Yes.
Gains good damage there. These Gasaians are a musketeer variant. They seem like a much heavier than these Haudenosaunee Tomahawks. 16 damage, 10 range. Versus 17 damage. Oh, that's the Somali warriors. 24 damage, 13 range. No bonus damage on range. These warriors do also have more range, more damage, and have bonus damage at range. Something camouflage. Looks like a native scout here, a Huron scout.
Ready. What is your command?
He does not have a handful of Highlanders here. Black Watch Highlanders. Holy crap, that is 63 damage. That is a large amount of firepower. Their siege attack is also 40 as well, so this is what he's eyeing for. I'm not sure why he had so much food stored up. He may have sold them all off at a market. That may have what had happened. They do collect food at a really good rate. So we've got a British mercenary deck here. And the Black Watch must have been from, probably from the Glorious Revolution. So that upgrade must only cost food. The bear has gone down. The dog is already put down. Dog down. Does an entire volley there. Portuguese organ guns now being plotted out. Finds a volley there. The Black Watch does go down. And now he has a pair of falconets. Falconets will do a significant amount of damage, able to counter the organ guns. So they both have the same range. Organ guns do less damage versus artillery, so a little less than 100 damage versus falconets, barring the fact they also have range resist. No, organ guns do siege damage.
Commandment.
So they have to do that same range. 3 falconets could be focused down by the organ guns. Organ guns have 150 health. Falconets, I always forget the base damage. May not be... If they're able to one-shot the organ guns, that'd be quite great. I was bringing some rangers, which are a longbow variant, more or less. A scout does punch the emir in the face, or in the horse butt, one of the two. Now, so advances forward, he has some of these Nefetanyas, haven't pronounced any of these names, which are a skirmisher variant with 20 range. That's pretty good range. Science Scout does get hit once again. We have an outpost here. The range is not pulling the field. They do have 18 range themselves and decent damage as well, but the health is not great.
Commandment.
Falconets trying to push the way forward and hit those organ guns. Rangers are leading the way. Does get a good volley there, so does take 2 shots to take out an organ gun. On the falconets at least. Finds a good volley on the infantry. Maybe not the range of organ guns, but everything else was in range. He may be setting up some more mercenaries with this shipment. He could perhaps bring in... Okay, he's bringing the Scottish Highlanders, getting some more Highlanders. I wonder if they are still Black Watch. I guess we'll find out soon enough. More villagers, not a big surprise. More villagers here. He does have a bit of influence. He can perhaps bring in some of these guys here. Conquistadors would not be good. Dervishes may be good. I don't really know what they are. They're a range melee unit, Somali Javeliers. That sounds like a musketeer variant, so maybe good idea to go for the Sudanese allies, like get the dervishes. So maybe going for some Shotel warriors, shock infantry. His opponent has a big skirmisher force. The shock infantry. Oh wait, Blackwatch or a musketeer variant, not a skirmisher variant. And did that shipment of
Yes?
Highlanders get deployed on the field? And yes, and they're all Blackwatch. So definitely shock infantry. Maybe the dervishes, maybe a skirmisher variant would be a good idea then. He does have the Shotel warriors charging the way forward. They do go on Sanford's light infantry, which he's not really fighting against. Handful of musketeers here. They will be useful versus rangers, and that's about it. Shotel warriors taking a bit of damage there. This one defense support. Falconets do get shot there. Orc gun trying to make an advance. Does take up a monk there. Not sure why there was a monk in the first place. Guess you want to heal up the Blackwatch. He's invested so much into them, might as well get them a medic. One Falconet remains. Falconet still alive. Falconet does go down there. So has the organ guns. His force starting to fall back. And he does fall back with skirmishers. Oh, he also has an Abin selected here by accident. It's SPO? What's SPO? Importer cannons not being brought on in or researched. More skirmishers being put on the field. Blackwatch. What are their Blackwatch's range? 13. Musketeers are 12, so slightly better at range. But nothing that their damage output is what's significant. Sebastopol mortars now being researched or being employed on the field. One Sebastopol mortar now brought in. It is a very heavy siege weapon. Does good AoE effect, does less damage versus cavalry, of course, and shock infantry, but will not be able to one-shot the Blackwatch, which is very important. Bring us the dervishes. He does have now a handful of hussars here, which would be good to overrun the skirmishers. And now it's going to bring in, and the British players are going to bring in some of the native villagers as well. Does have a shipment available, not enough gold for a mercenary group. He could save up for another mercenary group, or bring in these Hanover allies to get some drummers. Hussars now making their way over to the skirmishers now, able to get some damage onto them. Blackwatch is making their advance. Sebastopol mortar does fire a shot there, but he's just simply way outgunned. Got Harkebusiers now being plotted on the field. It looks like they are a mounted unit of some sort, maybe a Dragoon variant. The Ra's not been rebuilt. Falconets is exactly what he needs. Though they will have trouble versus the high health of the Blackwatch. These guys, of course, are a Musketeer variant. They do have good damage of 30. But they're simply still outclassed by the Blackwatch. Dervishes are another skirmisher variant, offering ×3 damage versus heavy infantry. Falconet now deployed on field. One Hussar does go down, trying to push forward the flanks.
Commandment.
The Arquebusier is okay, he's in melee mode, offering massive damage output. It is a heavy cavalry, heavy range cavalry, so it's one of those unique variants. And the rest of his force is getting disintegrated. More skirmishes here, and the heavy range cavalry, and he does back out of the game now. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 3 replays. Well, on the north side is the Sioux. We have Prey for before Prey. Prey before Play. Got it. And on the south side is the Hasua. We have Vindian. I did hear him get himself a native to aid him out. I noticed when I play Aztecs, I've been figuring out that it's actually a good idea not to convert the natives and start bopping them to get the experience. Either way, let's see, no deck selected just yet, and sorry, hit my microphone. And no deck selected either, so both players not selected their deck. Eagle Catchers. I can't tell if that's actually a randomly generated name or a created one. And Queen Amina, I think that's actually just referencing the campaign character, or the, not campaign, historical battle character. We do of course have the House of Yagalon here. We can get access to the Lipkar Tatars and the Shock Riders. And over here we do have the House of Habsburg. You get a bunch of people with weird faces. Got mounted infantry, which is a heavy ranged cavalry, or a skirmisher, which is a light unit, and line infantry, which I believe, yep, Austrian musketeer. And we do have deck selected for the Hasua. He does have infinite semi-fattened cattle and one, which also does buy one more cattle. Puka Lupka Code. They'll just gather from all natural resources faster and not so much versus fields. Wood Coin Influence. Fulani Archers. Raiders. Zazu Cavalry. Ships 1 live at night per palace and 1 raider per war camp and watchtower. University of Timbuktu. Ships 1 Girat and 1 university builder. Increase the university build limit. Palace Amina. Ships 1 palace wagon influence. The Ganakia. I butchered that. You can now build Ankh nobles without, not really as native, Berber allies. Air Berbers. A ship of Berber nomad villager for each trading post and town city control. Juku Wan. I don't know how to pronounce any of these names. Ships a group of villagers and Girats. Gives also 5 build limit to Girats. Coin influence. Lifted Knights, Emir of Kano, just 1 Hasua Emir, and also 9 Magagadis, Ajita Emirate, shifts the number of raiders and lifted knights and make their upgrades cheaper and faster. Sahalian Kingdoms, native warriors, outlaws, mercenary combat improved by 50% for the native warriors, 10% for outlaws, and 10% for the mercenaries. Masana Madrash, I don't know how to pronounce any of the names. Villagers gather mines and trees around university 30% faster, and university line sight increased. Infinite influence, Drabai Parade, lifted knights and riders ride faster, and their attacks now inflict AoE. And Royal Fortifications ships 2 palace builders, 3 camp builders, increase the build limits. for the Sioux. Going for the chief. His opponent is going for the Hasua. So the Hasua is for Hasua. Got it. We got villagers. Ogli Kamka Unu makes his war chief deadly in combat, and also his aura improves siege attack with nearby units. Courier, food, wood, coin, Sutton bowmen, axe riders, Lehman trade muskets, turning axe riders into rifle riders. Cavalry damage, great hunters, bison villagers, wood, Wakana rifles, cavalry combat, rifle riders, 3 Tokala soldiers, earth bounty, Santi support, Yankton support, North American trade, 7 councils fire, and Akicha increase the hit points of all Lakota warriors to reduce their damage against villagers. And Dakota support. Looks like this war chief will go down, getting defeated by the Raiders. Do got a number of axe riders here, which they do less damage versus the light cavalry. Raiders are a cheap Hussar variant. They are 1 population each. They're just meant to be a cheap Hussar, so the axe raiders are higher quality than them by far. But there's a lot of them there. The war chief does go down there.
Daku.
Got these raiders now advancing on the flank. His closest villagers are not too dangerous locations. We do have these raiders now advancing forward. There's a very, very large number of raiders here. There's a good number of villagers in front of them. The Sioux would need us getting hit by some of these raiders. His axe riders are just simply not here in large enough numbers. Does pick off a couple of raiders there. And now there's a big shipment of bow riders. A light cavalry, which should be good versus these raiders. Raiders are basically a Sawar variant. They do bonus damage versus infantry, but less damage versus heavy infantry. There's some Fulani archers here, which should be okay versus these bow riders, and vice versa. Does take out a couple of them there. They offer a really good rate of fire at 1.5 rather than 3. So can now bring in a shipment of something. Takes off some of these units there, trying to go for more bow riders. Maybe we're going to get some more axe riders there, so those bow riders have a bit of a frontline unit and engage these Fulani archers. Now I've got some more javelin riders who are anti-heavy cav variant, and all the bow riders do go down. And yeah, he's just getting overwhelmed. Got a shipment of Sutton bowmen, which are not going to be too great in this situation. A war hut could be useful. You need some spearmen, basically. Or what do they still have instead of spearmen? Clubmen, was it? Now eyeing for another war hut here, which also gives some good defense and way to hide from his opponent, at least the villagers. Some of these villagers are getting hit. Javelin riders, their damage output's pretty low. They're really specialized at hitting heavy cav. More of a counter unit at this point in time. He is going for some more bowmen here. The raiders still pose a problem to the bowmen. A couple of these villagers are going down, not inside the town, inside the war hut. The war hut does do bonus damage versus cavalry. Nasu right now has 18 villagers. His opponent has 18 as well.
Na shirya. Me kake na shirya?
Ina sauraro.
Got 10 new military units here, not a whole lot for the Hisua at the moment. The
Daku.
Sioux has 8. So both sides have basically no military. Not we've got a couple more bow riders here. That's about it. We've got snares down for research. I believe that's a food collection technology. More Fulani archers not being queued on up.
Menene labari?
We do have some Burmer nomads or Burmer camel riders now pulled on the field. Red does have a trade post down here. And we do have another shipment available going for more raiders. I'll bring in this will give them access to Aken and Konobas. Which are cost also the resources from influence.
Ina sauraro. Na'am.
Got quite a sizable force here for the Hisua. More Fulani archers being pulled on the field. Yeah, he really should start eyeing. Those like Berber camel riders are actually a anti-cavalry and cavalry. They are classified as no, they're classified as light range. They're in melee attack mode. So they are a dragoon variant. More bow riders now being pulled on the field. And more natives are punching each other. Sue's now bringing some coin. Looks like he's already went for a shipment of food to begin with. Usually that's the last of the resource shipments want to go for. Wood collects up the slowest, gold collects up the second slowest, and food gets collected very quick. So right now he's not going for any sort of food income at the moment. Or maybe they're just being retested there. You have a TP over here. When the bison does go down there. And it looks like that Plague Doctor does go down. That was the one he converted from the beginning of the game. You may have realized, wait a second, that's not a Treasure Guardian. That was an opponent.
Daku.
Hisua feels like they're in a great position at the moment. They have one less villager, but thanks to these granaries and other capabilities, it should be collecting up much quicker. All universes are currently generating influence. Yeah, he has quite a bit of food stored up. He may be on to go next stage. Got these bow riders advancing forward. Herots tooting their horns as well. Now do have an age up. He is going for the Moroccans, his opponent. He has approaching enough coin to age up, but needs a lot more food. Where is this map? There's bison everywhere, but this is clearly European natives. So why is there a bison in Europe? I'm probably just thinking about that too much. Another ship is now available. Now it's bringing the Great Hunt. It's statistically will provide more food if you go for it quicker rather than later, but it also means you won't. It will also give a partial refund if a 50% refund of potential gathering rate if you hold on to it and eye for other shipments. He's not trying to get this food from this shipment, and this should allow him to help him get up the next age a bit quicker. Though he's right now designed from massive military force, when he sees his opponent has advanced to the next age, it should give him an idea that he should attack immediately, since he knows his opponent has spent quite a bit on the age up. Starting to make his advance. Got army of 45 here versus an army of 56, so he's outnumbered, but he has a good amount of cavalry here, a higher quality cavalry. One villager does go down there. Javelin riders throw a couple of spears there, does pick off one of the javelin riders. More of these villagers going down there, so a good number of villagers have gone down. Looks like I heard some guns there, skirmishers. A single Geralt starting to toot his horn. We got more javelin riders not pushing way forward. One of the archers and skirmishers pushing the way forward. More axe riders now evades on forward, flanking these skirmishers. Able to get some good damage there. He still has a good number of bowmen here, relatively equal fight between the two. But I think the flying archers, they offer much higher rate of fire, so they also offer more damage. Geralt's not pushing forward, tooting their horns, and able to quell the Sioux army, and he does going back of the game now. It's Adam Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the right side as the yellow Japanese by Vindian. Spawn on the left side as the blue Ethiopians are Sir Young Marshall. Let's see, there's no livestock on the map for the Hasua player to utilize. Or for the Japanese, both of them would like to find livestock. We got a conflict going on up. When it comes to natives on this map, we do have the Jesuits, so get some conquistadors. And up here, we do got more Jesuits. Those are the only Jesuits. Let's see what their research is. 20% increase hit points of buildings, which can be okay, but a little bit niche. Gunpowder troop and cavalry gets additional damage, as well as artillery. That could be very handy for most civilizations. And Jesuit scholars decrease in villager training time. That can be useful as well. That's basically free team medicine for yourself. Local monkeys are going on down. Kachiro and Tetsusu Jamomi Meshiu. Those like randomly generated names for, and Yohanes sounds like another randomly generated name. And now do have shipments available. We do have 2x2 villagers, good faith agreements. More villagers, wood, coin, Yumi archers, Yumi archer attack, musketeers, musketeer attack, diplomatic intrigue, daimyo, cherry orchard rickshaws, wood, coin, way of the bow, more musketeers, close combat, naginata riders, flaming arrows, intervention, bakufu, naginata riders, flaming arrows, shogun, and shotel allies. Laura's heading up north. The Raz is moving over here, and now you have, of course, the Chariot Orchard Rickshaw just scouting around. Oh yeah, we've got to cover the Ethiopian deck. Whoops. Come on out. There we go. Ethiopian decks. We just saw the Trinity being put on field. Oromo migrations. Villagers wood. Coin. Tokens of influence. Prize rolls. Gassienas. Hotel warriors. Higher band of Candier mercenaries. Phalacides. Castle. Jesuit allies. Huh. This could be actually a bit more effective since it's Jesuits on the field. Wood, coin, influence, cattle, Gassienas, Shoto warriors, Nephayas, the Sebastopol mortar, more Jesuits. No upgrades that automatic for them. Somali allies, infinite villagers, Sebastopol mortars, and Berber allies. The Jesuit allies, of course, can receive some research from over here. Tigers being focused down there.
Hello.
The lion's starting to go down as well over here. He does have the Aben now advancing forward. The Aben is not like a warrior bunk. His attack damage is pathetically bad, but does get ×3 damage versus Guardians. He doesn't steal the kill there. And Yellow's trying to steal the treasure. And looks like Yellow will pick it up in time. Yep, Yellow does pick it up there. We do have the Portuguese now being brought on in. And it looks like he has gotten a Dutch ally. When it comes to his a landmark wonder, he has gone for Toshko Shrine. Giving him it is a ×2 shrine. And also makes all shrines generate additional resources. Besides, we don't see any shrine cards there. Bears do go down. Around the Musketeers have employed down the field. He's bringing a shipment of coin as well. Sorry, I hit my microphone. We have an arsenal deployed on out as well. Musketeers push way forward to the explorers. Local kitty cat will be put down. Blue's going for an army of Gassienas, which I believe are skirmisher variant. These musketeers right now, they do have 24 damage, 170 health. These guys units here have 24 damage and 135 health. So their damage is the same. Their range is slightly better with these guys. The health is less. It does cost 100 resources, while these guys do have a cost of 120. But there's a good number of these challengers now. There's a slight increase of bonus damage for melee attack versus his opponent, but their base melee damage is 33% less compared to his opponent's units. Musketeers heading down south. Got these musketeers over here, just being diverted in two different directions. These villagers may get gunned down. Does back off in time. House does get garrison. It's damage up to 90, so we'll two-shot these musketeers. Another kitty cat will go down. Musketeer will find a couple hits there before being found and put down. We have a shrine here to collect from the local fauna. Some good amount of deer up here as well. And Musketeers do go down to low ground there, and they will be wiped out. Mortal huts are going on up. And now over here to have Fortress Age for the Japanese. He's going for the Golden Pavilion. Does of course give him a shipment of 6 Yumi archers. And also of course give him access to various global bonuses that can be configured to affect other effects. We got a number of Ordnance Baristios here, which are a very dirt cheap crossbow. 30-30, 6 resources for a crossbow this quality. It's not bad. We do now have, looks like he is, of course, the range attacks by default, ending the relationships with the Dutch. And the Dutch are no longer his allies. Yellow's army is starting to get hit a little bit there. There's a good amount of forces. Crossbows will get some good damage on in. This has some Shotel warriors here, which will counter the Yumi archers. Musketeers do get a good volley on the Shotel warriors. Towns is now garrison. We do have a monastery here. Japanese players are going to bring in a handful, 2 flaming arrows. Flaming arrows on the far side of town center. Finds a good volley there. They're very punched up. The AoE damage will be significant. He's trying to focus them down now. They want to focus on the crossbows. Massive hit there. And now got the sentries now point of view. Shotel warriors trying to overrun the flaming arrows. Let's get another massive volley there. And the Shotel warriors do overrun both flaming arrows, but the damage is already done. They already destroyed that army quite handily thanks to the massive stock up there. Got 2 cherry orchards back here, collecting some decent amount of food for the Japanese. However, he should be collecting those up very soon. Does have a shipment of gold now on the field. We could go for more cherry orchard rickshaws, give him another 10,000 food to work with. Another shipment available for the Ethiopian player. He does not appear to have selected the next age just yet. He's very far from resources well, especially in wood. Does find these shrines there, so I'm torch them down.
ትእዛዙ ምንድን ነው?
He has now gone for the Spanish allies. Repentant armored pistoliers now being employed in the field, so he's getting a handful of them, as well as some more musketeers. Bring in some more flaming arrows as well. Opponent right now is eyeing for bring his own hired band of Cannoneer mercenaries. I believe it's the Obus gun variant. Armor Pistolier does give access to a damage resistance benefit over here. Now bringing some more crossbows. These crossbows are dirt cheap, and they are, of course, an archaic unit, gain bonus versus the musketeers, as well as these repentant armor Cannoneer Pistoliers. 60% melee resist. They are classified as heavy infantry as well as mercenary. And the damage output is very significant. 45 damage, 1 AoE added to boot. So we got a decent AoE force here for the Japanese. Ordnance, Burstios has 100 health, 20% range resist. The bonus damage against heavy is minimal, so they'll do 20 damage versus heavy, base damage. Oh, and the Shota Warriors got hit. Different player has another shipment available. Nothing here says something he should get. He's going for the prize bowl. Maybe it would have been better to go for the castle for defensive purposes. Now he's bringing a big shipment of cattle as well. He doesn't have any cattle actually at his market. He does cancel a shipment there. As cattle now pull on field, he has a large amount of resources, enough to age up now. He may want to go for something that has a fast age up benefit. He's going for some mollies. Doesn't appear it's a fast age up. With one shipment available, he may want to get out something that's military. A skirmisher variant would probably be good. Here we go. The Neftinas. Yeah, Jesuits not gonna be good. Down south is force of advancing forward. It is a force of 45 versus a force of 62. However, it's hard to gauge it with the armor piercers being very high quality. I wonder, it says like gold pavilion right there. I wonder if you can actually see that while in game as your opponent. Training post now being torched down, trying to deny the Jesuit allies. In which going for the smokeless power would have been very easy. Got some good damage here. Flaming arrows do minimal damage. Japanese player not eyeing to deploy any resources just yet. Don't see any more wonders on the field. Moves villagers around. Got the age up. He needs to quickly try to get some research out and go in. The new villagers going down. That's not good. He does leave behind some of these units. They split up his army. Got Shota warriors there. More javelin throwers. Shota warriors, if they get engagement on those flaming arrows, great move right there. Great formation move. Allow him to gun down every single one of those Shota warriors, and his flaming arrows do not go down. That was a great engagement there. We do now have some torches being thrown down. His villagers are trying to gather from this coin mine, but there's a mountain monster in the way. We do got now a shipment of discipline, knocking out the riders now being employed on out. And that does go down, and now the Japanese villagers will start collecting coin from there. We got a shipment of influence now being brought in, so that's another shipment available. Some of these cavalry are starting to get engaged by the musketeer variant. They do also have a ranged attack that's good against cavalry as well. Got some Spanish Lancers on the field, which do ×3 damage versus infantry. Not versus villagers. Shota warriors from straight forward to meet those flaming arrows. Crossbows Still here in good numbers, but getting slowly picked on off by everything. And looks like the Ethiopian player does back the game now. This had a great say. Thank you for watching, and on the next replay. So honestly, I'm getting really exhausted. I have not been getting much sleep lately. I'm going to call the stream early. My apologies. This is Anna Great saying thank you for watching. Have a good evening and get some good